Hello, Kent Kruger. Welcome to the Banality of Evil, Part 3. And you know, a couple hours ago I told somebody who used to be my best friend that I may not mention him by name, but I think it's unavoidable, so I want you to look him up on YouTube, where you'll find that he's already been called out by the liberal media for just trading drug dealers for deals. I'm going to continue on this banality of evil thing because, as YouTube proves, and almost everything proves, that we Jews are the most hated people on earth. And there's such a just this institutionalized evil that's so banal. So look up the etymology of the word banal. It used to mean, referred to this common land that was worked by serfs or peasants or slaves or whatever, European slaves, white. And it now means like mundane, ordinary, whatever, but you need to look up the entire etymology, because when you're dealing with me, I use a word in many different meanings and stuff like that. So I have about 13 and a half minutes left to tell you this section of the story, and I'm going to upload all these things in the next 3 days. And Bruno, I'm not sparing you. You see, one of the things I've learned in life is that when you enter into a relationship that is pathological, where you have to constantly keep forgiving the other person, it becomes sadomasochistic, which is inherently homosexual and is pathological. It's a sociopathy. So I'm going to go where no man should go today, and I'm going to ream a man that was of some benefit to me, but actually fucked me over and over again, in order to prove to you the banality of evil that exists in the institutions all around you. You know, most of you fuckers already have had some run-in with, and either your parents or you had to rely upon. If you're a broke-ass motherfucking loser, you had to rely upon some public defender. And that's mostly what Bruno Shemek, S-H-M-E-K, look him up on the Google. You'll see that I'm not the first one to take his ass down. And by the way, while I'm at it, I don't know if you can see it over there. There's some old asshole working over there in my historic cemetery, right there. He's quieting down, but you know, the reason he's out there working and stuff like that is because of the banality of evil. The fact that he got married to a woman that's a complete cuckold and stuff like that. And I know I'm looking at a guy that has only been laid like maybe 3 times in the last fucking 30 or 40 years, each time producing a child that she can worship and nourish and push him out of her marital bed and prove to him that he's just a sperm donor. Just a sperm donor. So let me go back, because I'm going to tell this story more than once, because until I get YouTube live streaming, you're not going to hear the entire story. Back in 1996, I was framed by a lesbian cop named Carlis Ann Terrell. Google it. CarlissAnnTerral. And on March 1st of 2013, 15 minutes after seeing me survive the blocker burn unit, she took a gun and botched her own suicide. It took her 8 days to die, and they asked my then best friend, attorney, Bruno Shemek, to be her guardian conservator, even though she had a do not resuscitate order, because she knew she was an evil fucking bitch. She told all my neighbors when she came in this neighborhood that she had framed every white piece of white trash, spickaroo, and nigger, planted dope on them, lied against them, shit like that. But when she lied against me, when she tried to frame me, I fucking gave her an ass spanking. And Bruno Shemek, you know that the most important career case of your career that made your career was entirely all my words, my audio tape, everything. I directed you, everything that you said in that courtroom. But this is where I want to go, is that Bruno, my first meeting with Bruno, because, oh gosh, my first attorney was this fucking just horrific. I'm sorry, I've got to have a cigarette and a goddamn drink. My first attorney in the case of Thomas, my first felony charge, Thomas Kent, State of Texas versus Thomas Kent Kruger. I ended up with Norb Mankey, which any Jew like me knows that his real name is Norbert Mankiewicz. Polish Jew, loser, fucking, just, he sabotaged all my writs. I had 4 writs operating before the court, etc. Just, let's go on. Time to light up. In the future, I'm not going to let you fuckers listen to all these fuckers that have these. I'm going to do even entire shows on the fact that I subscribe to Veritasium because he made one program that was based entirely a recitation of a study that proved that almost all scientific studies are bullshit. And in biomedical research, it's even higher than this, 13%. It's more like 8% of all biomedical research is the only research worth reading. The rest of it is garbage, garbaggio. So, after I dumped Norbert Mankiewicz, I know it's getting real bright back there, but right back there is a famous historical cemetery which I can't keep people out of. And recently my own family has moved and just fuck with me to get it. Even though my mother and father did not want to be incorporated into that historical cemetery, my low-life family's been interfering. Fuck them. They're part of the banality of evil. I'm going to get on with this. I've only got 7.5 minutes left. So, in trial number 1, State of Texas. State of Texas versus Thomas Kent Kruger. 2 counts of retaliation, all initiated by Carlos Ann Terrell, who on March 1st, 2013, shot herself in her head moments after seeing me in Somerville, Texas, knowing I was going to survive that burn when all the gossip said he's going to die, No, she knew she could never get a leg up on this fire plug and piss on me, that bitch. And she even botched her own fucking suicide. She shot herself in the side of the head instead of sticking the gun in her mouth. She lived for 8 fucking days. Carla Santero, look it up, didn't die until March 8th of 2013. But you know what? Bruno Shimek, I think it's Bruno Alan Shimek. I know all of his children, wife, but I finally dumped that fucking no good fucking. He's one of them non-Jew Jews, Norbert Mankiewicz, trying to hide Norb Mankey. Yeah, like I don't know. I finally got a hold of Bruno, and I told Bruno, I know that they took the evidence out of the sheriff's locker in this county and put it back into my home. Get the key from my mother. Here's the description. Go get it. And he came back to me. He goes, gold mine, Kent. And then Bruno, you coerced me to stay and be tortured for over 40 more days, almost 50 days. I told you what's going on in that cell, one-man cell number 3. And you coerced me, and because you had possession of that original tape, I really couldn't, unless I order you to give it, turn it over to my mother, and start this whole shit over again. It was just, I'm going to give, in the next one, I'm going to give what you need to tell your Catholic priest on your confession Friday morning at 8 a.m., Bruno Shimek. Bruno Shimek coerced me. He said, well, let's just tell him we've got the exculpatory evidence and stuff like that. And actually, I even wrote letters to the detective. Said I was fucking with him too and shit like that. But Bruno coerced me to survive another 40, almost 50 days of torture in one-man cell number 3, Brazos County Jail, which appears on Comedy Central and shit like that. It's hilarious. But yet it's not. Because it's the banality of evil. And you, Bruno Shimek, are the institutionalized banality of evil. I've only got 4.5 minutes to finish up. At least on this first case. Bruno wanted to have the case that would make his career because we had clear fucking evidence. I had clear evidence. I recorded that. That was my tape, Bruno. Every word that came out of your mouth in the court, I dictated, Bruno. You know it. Everything. You even stopped giving objections, and I told you, stand up, give running objection. You're such a loser, Bruno. And Bruno Shimek, both you, Juris Doctor, and your PhD biochemist wife have been offended by associating with the man who discovered that cannabis cures cancer. All you've ever done is benefit from me and fuck me at the same time, and you expect me to endlessly forgive you. So I'll finish with that. I'll try to get to the second case before present. So Bruno got me, coerced me to endure another almost 50 days of torture. And flickering lights, kicked in the head and feet, thousands of times, etc., just so he could have the trial of his career. And overnight, it became famous all over Texas. He had me talk to other attorneys, repeat everything and stuff like that, like the guy Ross or whatever from Huntsville who specialized in suing prisons and jails, and said he wouldn't even dare trying to sue the Brazos County Jail because just like Williamson County, he's terrified of them. Bruno, you made money off of me. You made your whole career off of me. You made millions off of me. And shit. Yeah, friends this, motherfucker. But you had no problem with me suffering while you set up a major case. Yeah, it was great. It was Hollywood. It's better than any crime scene trial movie I've ever seen. My life has been better than any movie that you motherfuckers have ever seen. And most of the hate I get from all you fuckers is from people that have never fucking ventured outside their apartment or outside of their HUD housing ghetto, etc. And you fuckers are just the essence of the very definition of the banality of evil. Evil fucking people. And I'm going to cut it short right here because I'm going to pick it up another time. Then, Bruno, came the marijuana trial where I was arrested in Maine, and I told Judge Gunther, I said, who promptly kicked me out of jail. She said, it's not illegal here in the state of Texas, Mr. Kruger. We're not going to cooperate with it's not illegal here like it is. We're not going to cooperate with the state of Texas. And they kicked her. And Judge Gunther, that old sweetheart, recovering alcoholic, waited outside the jail until I was out free and smoking a cigarette. And you know what? The jailers, they even left the joints that were in my fucking wallet and stuff like that. They had to take the marijuanas out in the open, but long story, I'll get back later. But then I came back, and then Bruno, from literally October 2002 until 2005, you fucked me, you fucked me, you fucked me. And when it came to actually it was the state of Texas. Every time I came to trial for 25 months, it was the state of Texas. I'm not going to say the county because I've got all these fucking homo loach rats chasing me. Every time I came to trial, not me, but the state of Texas backed off for 25 months. They claimed the pregnant state chemist, which is 9 months plus a year, family leave, etc. They tried everything they could. And I told you, Bruno, they're past the 18-month limit on trials. It doesn't matter whether they're pregnant or not. That's a second. You didn't, Bruno, you didn't do your job. Last time, Bruno, this past month, I had to break my foot off in your ass and tell you, fuck you, to get you to do your goddamn job because you're a part of the fucking institutionalized banality of evil. Bruno Shimek, I've gone over the 15-minute limit.